Hello, this is the Buzzsaw bringing you another virtual card table update. First big thing you'll notice is I changed panning, so you actually grab the table. In my previous videos, you may have noticed that I had one system where you move the cursor near the edge, it would auto pan. Then I later switched it to WASD. But I think this one's the best, where you actually physically grab the table with the left click and drag, and actually move it around that way. Kind of gives it like a touchscreen kind of feel, kind of makes it more intuitive. Whereas, if you're really far out from the table, however far you move your cursor makes more sense. Also, I want to apologize for, in this case, using the same card image over and over. It takes a lot of work to set up the individual images for a complete deck, and that'll come more in the future when I have the server backend set up and it auto loads decks and whatnot. So yeah, I have 12 copies of Local Uprising here. Sue me. But I fixed all the gestures, fixed all the mouse controls. So you still drag with left click. You can move it on top of another card. That card instantly becomes parented to the other card. So you can move it as a pile, and I can add more cards to the stack here. And if I grab the top one, it moves all of them. But if I grab a child one, it'll only move the ones below it. So I can take this and move just this pile off, move this pile over to this pile, move it like that, and do whatever I want. It's really, really nice. Also been working on some natural card gestures. So while I have a card selected and I'm moving it, if I right click, it'll rotate it. So that can be for when a card gets hit in Star Wars. So even in the middle of a pile here, I can say, oh, Luke got hit. This card right here in the middle gets turned sideways, whatever, and the pile still maintains itself. Another thing you can do is if you right click a card without left clicking it, that'll flip it. So you can even take a card again in the middle of a pile and flip it, and it'll flip it, while it's underneath another card. It looks kind of goofy when you do that, but anyway, it works. So rotate that card back up. So it's really intuitive, really easy to use. I'm going to add more gestures. I'm working on straight piles next, and then obviously after that it'll be on to networking and getting the game actually working with multiple players. So another thing I added by switching to Qt Framework, well, it's actually pronounced Qt Creator or Qt SDK. Now we have resizing windows, so the window can resize freely and it doesn't freeze it or reload it or anything. It's all instant, and you can reload the window or maximize it to any size that you like. It works great. And I'm going to improve the camera controls next too, because obviously when you're playing the game you don't need to rotate all goofy like this. It's just fun to do, kind of look at the table all 3D. And I'll improve the zooming so you can look out and look at the whole table and be able to control things really nicely. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next update.